I am live. All right. I am Dory Joe Stoll on Facebook. And we are at Prairie Scraps is my business page on Facebook as well as on YouTube. So we finally got up on YouTube. And I have this metal S today that I found at a thrift sale. I know, right? 12 years ago. It's got to be at least 12. Yeah, it would be almost 13 because she's going to be 13. Um, Denise covered the fair at 4-H for me one year because I had a baby 13 years ago, and she stayed in the camper and helped everybody get all their projects in and take care of the llamas. I mean, you were the mom with the mostest. That's for sure. I appreciate that. And so do the kids. We all laugh about it though, because you guys had some fiascos. Anyway, yes, 13 years ago at the end of this month, her birthday is coming up. She'd be able to tell you exactly how many days because she is counting them down. Goodness sakes. Birthdays are so exciting, aren't they? Oh, can't believe it. I'm going to be done with having kids under the teenage years. This will be my last one. She's my last one going into her teen years. And I'll officially have 3 as teenagers and 2 in their 20s for a moment, I guess. Ugh. Now we have grandbabies that are just making sure the edges. And so I'm using the Waverly ink. This is like a green color. I like it. It's kind of like patina. It's a metal S. Got it for $1. But I'm out of my green phase. I'm more into whites and neutrals, and with a pop of blue, I would say is maybe a little bit of red or burgundy. I don't know. I don't know if I have know if I have any decorating sense actually these days. But anyway, I like this chalk paint to cover things. I think it'll work out good. If it doesn't, we can always paint it again. I think the trick is going to be to get the sides. Yeah, the flood in the tub with your computer in there. And you got shocked, yes. That's still a thing. Sometimes they run air when we go camping places because the Airstream is aluminum on the outside and inside and metal handles. When you grab the handle, if the electricity is wired backwards at the campground, which seems to be a problem because we actually test it before we use the air. That actually your brother learned to take a tester with us now. Yes, so you get a shock, an electric shock. Oops, I just stuck my arm into the black. You get electric shock when the electricity is wired backwards when you plug in the camper. So he's gotten shocked too since we've lived here. It was that was kind of funny too. We went camping one weekend and we're just getting back. Sometimes our camping trips here are this much more remote than anything else. So by the time we got back home, we all had to go to the bathroom so bad. So I remember Abby and I ran to the bathroom and we heard him. He was going to park the camper and get it just plugged in our house and our apartment that we were living in, the house that we were renting. And apparently our electricity outside was it was the first time he ever plugged it in. It was right when we first got here. He plugged it in and then held on to the railing or whatever to go into the camper and the metal fence behind our house, and at the same time and ran electrocuted himself through his body. So anyway, he came in. We were in the bathroom. We didn't know what was going on. And he came in screaming bloody murder, electrocuted. I'm sure you were. I remember you were screaming too. So any person who gets electrocuted probably is screaming. So it was kind of funny. We laughed at him and he's like, "It's not funny. It hurts." Yes, he does have he has a tester. He just didn't test our home one because he just didn't imagine that a home one would be backwards as well. And that one is backwards too in the place that we were renting. So that was exciting for him. Shocking, in fact, right? It's a shocking experience. Thankfully, everybody has survived these electrocutions. We had that happen actually one time camping separately. It's happened more than once. You'd think we would learn. At a different campground. It was in Wisconsin. I think it's the one over by Cranberry Fest. Warren's. Oops. It was I just knocked my dryer down. That happened there too. Because I remember I was pregnant at the time when it happened. It didn't happen to me. It kept happening to the kids. The kids are like, I keep getting hot. That might have been before you got shocked. I don't know. I don't remember the timeline. I just remember being pregnant at that campground and coming back and from the bathroom for the umpteenth millionth time. Maybe that was the same summer. I don't know. Anyway, it's a hazard of having a metal camper, I guess, and going to campgrounds because they don't always get them hooked up right. So anyway, if you are watching on the replay, put hashtag replay. If you see that red live button up at the top right there and right there, just say hello. Do all the things for me. Sprinkle out the love for me. That helps my business, because this is my business. Creating pretty things and helping other people create, providing the supplies. Helping other people create pretty things. It's so much fun to see when other people create things. Oh, yes, that might, in Warren's, McMillan, that might be it. It's been so long since we've been there. I love that campground out there. It was a fun campground. Beautiful. I can already tell I'm going to get myself in trouble in this inside. Gonna get in trouble, maybe. Of course, I wore white for black. I even knew I was going to be painting black. I just stuck with the white, I guess. I'm a messy crafter. It's been interesting today to see how everybody describes their town. Like, what is your town famous for? But you know what? I'm finding out, especially after doing the travel thing yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. It's been a long week. It's because I was traveling last week. I went to see your other brother, and actually Levi. I went to visit him because he's staying with Adam for the summer and working for the same company. And so we went over Friday and came back on Monday. So it feels like I'm recovering all week long from that trip. Travel it's like you need a vacation from your vacation when you take some travel. And of course, we spent all day Friday and all day Monday driving there and back. Abby and I and baby Samuel. It was fun. Beautiful, beautiful weather. Yes, you will definitely see him. He will be actually staying you'll be staying just a couple miles above him at Abby's house. So that'll be fun for you guys. And there's a lot of other people going. So I think your Uncle Robert is coming and Uncle Danny. So that'll be fun for the wedding. But anyway, we went out to see Levi, saw Mount St. Helens, and I always give Adam a hard time because whenever I go to Washington, it either rains or snows. Because I kind of always go, who would want to live in this state? It always rains or snows. He's not even in the rainy part, really, but it does rain. He definitely gets the rain. I may have to do some patching. Just try to make it nice and smooth so it doesn't make it obvious that all right. This is an acrylic paint, even though it's chalk. So it has like a flat surface to it, I guess. But it is acrylic, so it's permanent. Unlike our chalk paste, our chalk paste is water soluble, so I need to get that back on there. Getting dribbles if I see any. Yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be like family reunion. It'll be fun. So anyway, Thrifty Thursday. This is one of the things I love to do, is take things I find at thrift sales and turn them into something pretty. I don't always do it for myself though. I often like make it so that I can sell it. And this one is for me. Maybe we'll use it at the wedding. I don't know. We'll see. It's all up to the bride at this point. Who knows? I'm thinking about using Dune to do the houndstooth on here. Dune is kind of like an almond or an ice, like an off-white color. Now I'm seeing edges. Don't do that. We don't want edges. And I'm seeing little bits of green here and there. Nice thing about chalk paint usually is that it kind of fills holes a little bit. I don't really want to put like a huge, I don't know. I think white would be too bright on this if I use bright white. Just think it would be too much. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. It's very exciting. Remember a couple weeks ago we had our online convention, ChalkCon, and all the new stuff was introduced, and it just came out this week. So if you want to take a look at that, just put new down below and I will give you a shopping link to all the new stuff so you don't have to go looking for it. But anyway, so during the ChalkCon, like each time, each little set that they did where they introduced new stuff or talked about new business things or whatever, they gave away some of the products, the new products. And my name was up. I was so excited. I won a jar. I thought at first, like, I was so excited I hardly could hear. I was like, woohoo! And then I realized I didn't really know what I won. But I won because I was a little apprehensive because I thought maybe I'll just get singles. But I got one of each of the new colors that just came out, the chalk paste. And I thought for sure maybe I was wrong about getting a jar. I thought maybe it was going to be just the singles, but it was a whole jar of every single one of the new colors that just came out. And I got them over the weekend. I'm so excited. Here, let me show you. I've got them here. In fact, my husband, your brother, loves a couple of these. He's like, I really like these colors. So let me show you 5 jars of paste. Like, I don't know, they're $15 or $16 a piece. So that's what I won. So excited. So there's a new color of red. It is called cherry. And so this is our candy apple. So you can see it's like just a little different in shade. This is candy apple. It's almost like the candy apple next to it almost looks orange, doesn't it? Let me show you that. Okay, so that's one of the new ones. And then this is the new one. It's called saffron. Yes, isn't the red pretty? So does Dave. Dave really likes it too. He's got some opinions about these colors. He's like, I really like those colors. Saffron is very pretty. It's kind of like a harvest color. And then moss. Who doesn't love a good green color, moss? I just got in pesto. I don't know why I had never gotten pesto before, but there it is. Got pesto in. There it is. That one's called moss. And then we've got a couple more. And there's more. And then, hey pumpkin. Isn't that a beautiful color? Hey pumpkin is the color. Is that beautiful? They're pretty. These are the 2 different ones. Just totally different. You know, they kind of look yellowish, but definitely a little bit more orange in that one. And then last but not least, and I was pretty excited about this, This is the glow in the dark is back. It was out last year. This is the glow in the dark. So this goes on. You don't actually see it. You want to put it on after you put on your color. So put your color on, or you can put it on. You don't see it during the daytime. And then once it charges, it does glow in the dark. Well, guess what? It's been sitting on the counter here, and like one side of it got, it actually got I don't know if it'll glow or not. I don't know if it will. You can kind of see it like on my hand, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I walked in, brought it out here in the dark, and or I, was just shutting off the lights, and it glowed. So it really does work. This is a chalk paste that is glow in the dark. So whatever color you want something, you want to put that underneath, but you could do like a secret message or whatever, or stars, in the night for Christmas. But for sure, if you are into Halloween, you want this, because what a great fun way to get some Christmas things done. So anyway, I brought those out because they're fun. That is fun to have the new colors. Pretty exciting. I was so excited when I got back from our visit over in Washington. Here was a package from Chalk Couture. I was like, I didn't order anything. I had completely forgotten about my chalks. So that was pretty exciting. That's a really good value. It's pretty awesome. So I'm excited about it. And everything is out. Like if you're wanting any of those colors, they're definitely out. You can even order them right now. I maybe needed a bigger brush. I don't know. Probably couldn't have gotten it in there. It's not going on too hard. It's spreading on really nicely, actually. This is a good S. Tell me what color you think I should put on it, because I want it to match my house, and I want it to be sort of neutral. So I was thinking of using, maybe I need to do a little bit of like the Dune. I was thinking about Dune. That was my color. That was my thought. I'm running out of this. I definitely use black and white. I use a white color that this company carries too. I get it at Walmart. They had it gone for a while. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Walmart seemed to be, it was like for a hot minute, they got rid of all the, oops, where didn't I get? I thought I had someplace I hadn't gotten yet. Did I get it all? I went all the way around. Wow. That's amazing. Surprise myself. I love this Waverly paint. It's really nice. And like for a hot minute, it seemed like for about 6 months, it looked like they were trying to get rid of it. I wonder if they had like enough complaints, because I tell you what, crafters love this stuff. I love it. It's at Walmart. Not that I get any kickback from Walmart, but let's try to help you make pretty things. That's all. And this is a good coverage. It's nice to, usually it's like a one coat. It just depends. Though sometimes it's not. This was nice and dark to begin with, so easy peasy. Are you a thrifter, Linda? You're on here. I almost forgot, like, to share that. Like, I've been so busy this week. I had an order for t-shirts, and some, I made actually a total of 4 the same. One was purchased already, and then I made 3 more. So that lady should pick up either tonight or tomorrow, I would say. So needed to get that done. They're going on a girls' trip. And the t-shirts turned out really cute. They say girls just want to have sun. I don't know if you want to see the video of the first one I made. I have that out. Just put sun and I will get you to that video. definitely was starting to get tired last night. So it was getting to be long. All right. What do you think? I think it's pretty good right now. Get it. I dropped my dryer. Not too far, but it has a short cord, so it's hard to get it up here. Oh, have a good night. I know it's like later by you. 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. Oh, it's 6:30. Yes, I will. We have fashion board at the fair tonight, but the girls have been working on Beth cut all her, she's making a Western shirt for the fair, and she got it all cut out, and she's working on interfacing when I left. I had a panic because I thought I didn't specify that she needed to put the interfacing on the back side, not on the front side. But she did it. She's like, well, you wouldn't be able to see the pattern if I did it on the back side. So that was good. She was really smart for that. I think I might put a little bit of wax on this because I want to make sure that it stays. If you want to seal, like if you paint something and you want to seal it, you can do that by waxing it. So that's what I think I'm going to do is put a coat of wax on here. Some people like that I know, they're designers, don't ever use wax. I use it a lot. Waverly has a wax, but I love our surface wax. It goes much further than most other. And I'm going to use this rag. I usually use our little microfiber to do it, but you want to use something, I use the microfiber because I've already got black paint on it. So we're just going to, usually when you do like a little bit of, when you just paint it, it kind of comes off on your cloth a little bit. So I've learned the hard way to just not use my good claws for it. This one is just one I use for waxing. It is a microfiber. You could grab anything, but you want to have something like a towel, something low, not very fibrous. And I'm not putting a ton on here. I'm just putting enough kind of protect it so that it doesn't come off. I'm actually seeing right here, it looks like it kind of just rubbed down to the green. So I might have to do some touch up around the edges because it is kind of precarious doing the inside. Let's get this right here before I forget about it. It's like on the edge. I don't know if it rubbed off or what it did, but it doesn't look as black. Okay. So it doesn't really affect that wax. You can kind of see it, but it doesn't really affect the integrity of it. We're still pretty wet over here. Get that so I quit touching it. I get it off the end here because that's where I keep grabbing. So, after getting that in the paint, we're doing good. I'm going to take this off, I think, just so you can see it better. It's kind of a messy thing. I like to do that with that because that is permanent. I don't like to get it all over the place. All right, to try to get some pattern on here. This actually is very beautiful. It's got 4 different patterns. It's called 4 texture patterns. Very complicated, but so it's 4 different patterns on it. It's got the houndstooth up here. It's got kind of like a basket weave right here and polka dots. They're a little small and little, and then I don't know, diamonds down there on this bottom one. There's the bottom, there's the top. And this is 18 by 18, so this is a D size transfer. And I'm actually thinking about cutting through the backing, to be honest. A lot of times I'll leave them together, but because this is 4 different patterns on here, I think I'm just going to go ahead. I sometimes forget I have patterns if they stay big. And that way it will actually, I think, because it's probably 9 by 9, so it will fit into my binders. All right, so we're going to start with cutting it apart. Like I said, I think the last one I got, it had, I can't remember what it was called. There was one that came out last season that had 4 different patterns. And I have, I think, used, there was some chicken wire. That was really cute. It was more of a farmhouse pattern. And then I don't think I cut that apart. I maybe should have, because then I would have all my patterns available to me. Like I'd be able to see them. So when I put them in my big bin, like when they have to stay big, I don't always, they're not as organized. Let's just say that. I'm just going to start with this. I want to do the houndstooth. And this is a lot of pattern. I'm actually thinking about doing, I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about doing a color to match my house instead of just off-white. Put an X on the back so you don't forget where the back is, because that is a bad thing. I don't want to do that. Let's see what we find. Nothing there. Bright white. See, what I was thinking about doing was this eggshell. I think it would be really pretty. Would it be too much? Wish I had some opinions. I might do eggshell. I really like the eggshell color, and that's kind of where I'm going in my house. So it's it's pretty close to teal. Yeah, it's like that lighter teal, not the darker teal. Trying to decide. Could really use some opinions. Would it be too much? I want this to be able to go out all the time, right? I want it to be all seasonal, not just in the springtime, so to speak. So I'm thinking about it, but this is definitely the color I like. There's my glow in the dark. Make it glow in the dark. You can find your way around the house. Okay, so this is the other color I was thinking about, was Dune. I'm actually kind of thinking about doing this, and I think it might actually, this is a repeating pattern, so it will go over and over again. All 4 of these are repeating, so that means you can line them up on each other. So that's what I'm going to have to do here to get it to work. And we do want to, since it's the first time and we do want to get some fuzz on it so it will come off. Even though we waxed it, the metal can tend to be really sticky. So we'll just fuzz it a few times here, get it nice and ready. All right. Let's see. This is going to be a trick to houndstooth the whole thing, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. Want to get it down and have all of the, I can always repaint it, right? I guess it won't be a wedding color then. Which one? Which one? I'm thinking about, I don't know. I'm thinking that light blue will be more in my kitchen than it will be everywhere else. So I'm just going to stick with the Dune, which was my first choice. Oh, and we're going to be in trouble, I think, because, oh, there is some, I think I watered it down before I shut it. It's kind of thick. All right. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to use a small squeegee this time. A lot of times, most of my projects, I will go ahead and use minis, but because we want to go a large area at a time here, just want to, oops, I went way off. I missed it. Ooh, that's not good. I might have to go over that. I misjudged where the top is, I think. And to me, it's like totally perfect if it's not perfect, right? Like if it has like a little bit of it that kind of comes off, or, you know, doesn't look exactly perfect, I'm good with that because I like it that way. It looks farmhousey that way. All right, we'll see how this looks. Yep, I missed the top edge. Ooh, that pulled off some of the black. See how that pulled that off? That's what I was trying to do with the dang. That really took it off. It's down to the green there, so we might have a hint of green. Maybe it is good that I just did the blue. Didn't do the blue, I should say. Just spreading it on. This is a reusable transfer, so I'm going to try to use it over and over and over again today to complete this because I want it done. And then I'm just going to take it slow. Hopefully we won't pull too much more of that black off. I might have to replace it over there. All right. And that kind of puts a little biscuit into our houndstooth, but doesn't that look cute? Isn't that cute? I actually kind of like it. All right, let's put this down. Because there's that black paint is stuck on the back, it makes it difficult to use that spot again because it has black paint stuck in there. I just want to dry this before I line up the next one. And actually what came off is where the Dune paint is. So I might just like try to put this back on there. See a little green spot in here too. I have to take my... This is a more dull coloring too than what it was before. So where I see that green, it's kind of like shiny. So I'm gonna have to, I guess there's one down here too. I might have to do some piecing in to get it fixed. Let's see. See if we can get it in. All right. The nice thing is you can see through this pretty good. And we went this way, so we want to keep the houndstooth the same. And I have to kind of piece this in anyway. There we go. Oops. Don't want to stick it too many times. There we go. I'm just going to go over this spot right here because it actually, where it peeled off, it's kind of a, and then I want to get this top edge because I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't pay attention very well to where the edge was. All right, so that kind of fixes that, hopefully. Well, did I get it wrong? It's kind of heavy there. But it covered the green. I think I was off. I was off. I didn't measure that out right. I'm not so good about... Is it going the wrong way? No, this isn't. I just got to find the right one to go on here. This might be more labor intensive than I thought. I thought this was going to be easy peasy, but matching up is not the easy. It's easier, but let's see. See if we can get it close here. Just want to take off any extra. You don't want to have a ton of extra on there. You don't have to waste any. That's the nice thing about this. But we'll see how this overlapping goes. Maybe this is not the end all. Sometimes, craft projects don't always work out. So it's all right. Not too bad there. That worked. Woohoo, we got it. I'm excited about that. I am absolutely excited about that. I goobered a little bit down here on this outside edge, so I'm gonna try to wash it off. That's the nice thing about being water soluble. You can wash it if you make a boo-boo. I definitely make, oh, and I just took off the black. I'm like washing away the black. Good job. So if you're coming in, make sure that you say hello. Tell me thrift sailing. This is a thrift find. It cost me $1. So if I totally wreck it, it's not a big deal. Ooh, and I pulled some of that green off again. Pulled some of the black off. That's not good. I'm not trying to do that. It is Thrifty Thursday. I think, actually, I need to check my calendar. I think I go live on Sunday again. It's like a few spots. I'm finding spots, so I'll have to touch up the black a little bit as we go here, especially when I see them, because we don't want them to stay there. All right. I think that looks cute, don't you? Not too bad. It's okay if it's got a little edginess to it. I'll probably go around and this whole side didn't get right. I didn't get it all. The other thing we could do too is age it a little bit by just doing a little bit of Vaseline on it once we're done. Yeah, see that actually the reason that looks so obvious is because it pulled the green off. So I'm gonna leave it for a hot minute, and I think it looks actually okay. Not my favorite, but it's all right. All right, let's remember which direction. I think it goes every which way. I'm not sure. We need to go all the way back to here and find the pattern. Maybe you want to keep it this way. That might help. Because I need to go up over here. It's so like, you have to cover the black parts is how you do it. It would be nice to go all the way down here. So if you see black, it's not correct. Is it better another way? Why don't they fit? I want to get this bottom edge. Oh goodness, I'm confusing myself. It was kind of like when I did the craft around the world yesterday. I was confusing myself on locations on geography. Certainly doesn't take a whole lot to confuse me, that's sure. This is not lining up. What is going on? It's so weird. It seems like it's like off a smidge. I don't know where. All right. Yeah. I don't need it to be here. I do need it down here. And I need it here. All the way out to here. All right. Let's see if we can get this. Wish me luck. All right. So I want to go out here. All the way down this. All the way down here. Around the S. And then out over here. Hopefully we're close. I don't know. And we may scrap this whole project and go back to one of my big ones. Like, because I do have 18 by 18 where the pattern is the full one, but I just wanted to use this new pattern. I thought it would look good. Oops, I guess I do need it out here. It's getting dry. I need to work fast. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Could be chancy. It's totally pulling up my green. See the black on there? That is from my black paint coming up. Look at that. It totally peeled it. So this might be, that's not cool. Like basically all the white areas lifted it up. That's frustrating. I think it's because it's too dry. Maybe it's drying up too much. Oop, that was a lot of water. I thought there was none in there, so I'm going to mix in some water because I think this is too thick. Instead of staying on there, it's drying super fast. And now I probably have too much in here. I may have to go wash this is what I might have to do. So we're gonna try some things. But it seems like the place where the black is coming off is actually the place where I just hit the side of this again. I don't know why this paint, because it is acrylic. It is like reactivating basically when it gets wet. I splattered some Dune on there and then it lifted the black paint. So I wonder if I just didn't get it clean enough. So I think what I'm going to do before I go any further is I'm going to wash this and get this cleaned up, and then I'm going to try it again. So stay tuned. I will post a picture of this when it's finished because it is kind of being a bugger. It's just, I think, dry. It's too dry. I don't know. It's lifting. I think the paste is too dry, and therefore it is like I don't know, lifting it when I lift it. And I don't know if that's because I'm kind of full on the transfer right now with paste. So I'm going to go wash it and start over. I appreciate you hanging out. You know, every project doesn't turn out perfectly the first time. That's why it's crafting. It's all the adventure of it. I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do all the things, you know, these things right there. I don't know if you can see that. I appreciate you watching, and this is Thrifty Thursday. So sometimes it turns out, sometimes it doesn't. You just never know. It's all an adventure when you're crafting, but you know, it's a fun way to, you know, dress up things in your home. You just never know what I'll get it. Don't worry, because I want it in my house. So we'll keep working on it, but watch for pictures. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a very blessed evening and keep on crafting.